Jimin rushed forward, urgency in his voice as he said, "Hey, get out from our side." He was running, one hand on the stretcher, carrying a tall figure. Taeyong, also running alongside, pleaded, "Jungkook, don't close your eyes." Their hands were together, but they got separated as the staff rushed Jungkook into the emergency room. Mr. John, with a cold voice, inquired, "How did this happen?" Jimin, with a trembling voice and a tear escaping, explained, "Actually, uncle, our enemy named Sojun shot him multiple times in his chest. That's what happened." Taeyong spotted Jimin holding his shoulder and embracing him. Taeyong, trying to console Jimin, softly said, "Don't cry, he's brave. Nothing will happen to him." Jimin, overcome with guilt, sobbed, "He got shot because of me. Sojun was supposed to shoot me, but he saved me from him. If something happens to him, I won't forgive myself." Taeyong comforted, "Don't say that, he will be okay." Mr. John, patting Jimin's head, reassured, "It's okay, my son, he will be okay." After agonizing hours, a lady doctor emerged, removing her mask. Jimin and Taeyong rushed towards her anxiously. Jimin implored, "How's his condition now?" Taeyong added, "Is he okay now?" Jimin, growing desperate, questioned, "Why are not you saying anything?" Wyan, the doctor, reassured them, "Calm down, mister. He is out of danger now. You can meet with him after we shift him to a ward." Jimin expressed gratitude. "Thanks, doctor." Wyan responded, "It's completely fine. It's my duty. Take care of him." She then turned to Mr. John. Wyan addressed his father, "Mr. John." Mr. John, surprised, questioned, "Daughter, you?" Wyan nodded, "Yes, it's me. I work here as a doctor." Mr. John, finding a glimmer of solace, said, "Oh, that's good to hear." However, sadness lingered in his eyes due to his son's condition. Wyan comforted him, "Uncle, don't worry. He's okay now." Mr. John, grateful, said, "Thank you, daughter. Because of you, he's okay now." She reassured him, "It's okay, uncle. It's my duty." He fatherly patted her head and she smiled before heading back to her cabin. In the ward, Jongkook weakly whispered, "Water, water." Wyan, accompanied by a nurse for his checkup, arrived just in time. Jimin was away for work and Taeyong had gone to the washroom, assuming Jungkook was still unconscious. Upon hearing Jungkook's voice, Wyan swiftly poured water into the glass and helped him drink with her hands. As he drank, his gaze unintentionally fixed on her face. Taeyong returned, expressing relief. "Bro, you woke up. Thank God. We were all so scared." Jungkook, with a confident smirk, declared, "Huh, I'm John Jungkook. Nothing can happen to me." Taeyong chuckled, saying, we know. Now rest for now." Wine couldn't help but laugh. Gaining their attention, she expressed her amusement and took the file from the table. Throughout, Jungkook's gaze remained fixed on her face, noticed by Taeyong, who smirked. She assured, "He is okay for now. Take care of him and make sure he gets plenty of rest." Taeyong nodded. Leaving the room, he sat near Jungkook's bed, teasing, "So, our Mafia fell for his doctor, hmm?" Jungkook, feigning surprise, retorted, "What are you asking? Me, Jungkook, and in love? Huh, impossible." Taeyong, observing Jungkook, remarked, "If you don't want to listen to the truth, it's okay, but your eyes say everything." Jungkook replied defiantly, "Think whatever you want. After 2 days, feeling restless, Jungkook expressed. Now I'm tired of laying here. I want to walk. Wyan, checking his file, said, "Oh, okay, then I will discharge you if you are that desperate." She laughed and he just looked at her. Wine suggested, "But I will suggest you to have a personal nurse or a doctor for you." Jimin, blushing, thanked her. Okay then, thank you, doctor." Wine playfully added, "It's okay, cute boy." Jimin blushed even more, looking at the ground. Jonguk, interrupting, spoke coldly. "We're not here for blushing or flashing." Her smile faded and she left the room. Wyan, a 24-year-old senior doctor, embodies beauty, intelligence, and warmth. Having lost her mother at the age of 7, she has lived alone with her devoted father, who lovingly guided her towards a career in medicine. Jongkook, a 27-year-old formidable mafia figure, harbors a disbelief in love until he finds himself captivated by his personal doctor, Wyan. His introduction to her charm occurred when he selflessly intervened, taking 3 bullets meant for Jimin during an altercation with his enemy Sojun. In the intricate web of relationships, Taeyong and Jimin emerge as Jungkook's steadfast best friends, offering unwavering support in the face of danger. Despite being a billionaire and the object of desire for many, Jungkook remains indifferent to other women, adding a layer of complexity to his character. After 2 days, Jungkook asserted, "No, I just want her." Mr. John expressed concern, "But Jungkook, she is already assigned at the hospital. How can she leave her job just for you?" Jungkook remained determined. "I don't know. Pay her as much as she demands, but I want her." Seated in the living room, Taeyong joined the conversation, inquiring, "What happened, uncle?" Mr. Jones sighed, explaining, "Look, Taeyong, he's being stubborn about that doctor named Wyan." Taeyong smirked, teasing, "Oh, I think he fell for her." Jungkook shot him a glare. Taeyong quickly corrected himself. "I mean, uncle, I think he likes her way of taking care. That's why he is asking, I think." Mr. John sighed again. "Okay then, I will talk to my friend about it. Mr. Han is my best friend. Hopefully, he will understand." He left the room, leaving the situation hanging in uncertainty. At the hospital, Wine pleaded, "But sir, I'm content with this job. I don't need any other." Mr. Han tried to explain. Wine tried to understand. "I'm not happy to send you there either because you're our most trustworthy doctor here. They will offer you $50,000 for a month. Isn't that enough for you?" Wine was taken aback. "But sir, for money, I can't leave this job." Mr. Han clarified, "I'm not saying you should quit this job. Just consider it for 2 months." She sighed and reluctantly agreed. The next day, Wine arrived at the mansion as their driver had picked her up. Upon entering, she faced Mrs. Jones. Mrs. Jones interrupted. "Yes, Wine. I'm Dr. Wine for—" Mrs. Jones greeted. "Oh, so you are Wine. You are so beautiful." She lovingly patted her head. Wine inquired, "Where is Jongkook, auntie?" Mrs. Jones warmly replied, "Ah, he's in his room." Wine expressed her gratitude. "Okay then, can you guide me to the direction of his room?" Mrs. Jones nodded. "Of course, daughter. It's the second room on the right side upstairs." Politely bowing, Wine thanked her and proceeded towards Jungkook's room. "Finally, I'm here again." Mr. Han forced me. I really don't want to agree, but he pressured me into it. As I entered the mansion, I was greeted by a gracious lady in her 40s who was very kind towards me. She directed me to the Jungkook's room and I made my way there. Stepping into the room, the darkness embraced me. And in an instant, I felt someone pressing me against the wall, their lips capturing mine, an unexpected kiss.